Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from November 6, 2019. They're at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Your commentators are Mauro Renaro, Beth Phoenix, and Nigel McGuinness. So the show opened up with Alan Cole leading the Undisputed Era backstage outside of the arena, where pertains to well, actually, we couldn't get to whatever there's leaving a statement or leaving a message for, because all of a sudden we got the OC from Raw, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson invading to beat down on the Undisputed Era. Basically a retaliation of NXT invading both SmackDown and Raw, but more importantly, what pertains to Raw, because that's why the OCs were there. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson for NXT is trying to take over the WWE and everything, and basically they wanted to let NXT know that they're not the hottest thing on the roster or the main show whatsoever, because or just be a Monday Night Raw, I guess that's supposed to be the better brand because of certain stars over there. No, but anyways, but yeah, the beatdown happened, and also they go into the arena. They go to the ringside. I believe it was either Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson, or it could have been both. Attack one of the crew members of NXT, and they get into the ring. AJ Styles says, "So this is NXT." Yes. And here's the thing too, it pertains to AJ Styles and pertains to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. 3 years ago, when they came into WWE, or in Luke Gallows' case, Luke Gallows returned to WWE. But in their case, when they got into WWE 3 years ago, they didn't have to go to NXT, especially with AJ Styles. AJ Styles immediately made his main roster debut when he debuted at the Royal Rumble. Memorable, memorable, memorable. I meant to say memorable debut, and it basically it skyrocketed AJ Styles ever since. Because AJ Styles is one of the best in-ring workers, the best wrestler in the world. Finally makes it to WWE, and some people thought he was gonna make it and everything, factuals. Some people thought he wasn't going to cut it. Like, are you kidding me? It's AJ Styles. It's AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Of course he's gonna cut it. He cut it in TNA. He cut it in Ring of Honor. He cut it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He cut it in every other indie promotions he's ever been in. So of course he was going to cut it in WWE, and it proves otherwise. At the 3 years has passed. But as far as the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, same with them. They had to go to NXT because they immediately just went into the main roster when they made their attacks onto the Usos, which by the way was the week after the Raw at the Mania, which I still thought to myself at the time, like, that makes no sense of why you had them debut the night, the next week after the whole Raw at the Mania was done. They should debut on the Raw at the Mania. That way they would have got more eyes and more more of a presence for everyone else that doesn't know who Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were, because I know who they are. Machine Gun Carl Anderson from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Luke Gallows from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Doc Gallows, two of those guys, original members of the Bullet Club, which is why they're the OC. So, after seeing this, with AJ Styles and the OC on NXT, what's left for them to do on Raw and SmackDown at this point? What's left for them to do on the main, the so-called main roster? The main shows. What's left for them to do? Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, former Raw Tag Team Champions, twice, by the way. As far as SmackDown, yeah, they didn't do much with them on SmackDown anyways. Well, which is a shame, a crime. It's criminal. It's disappointing, pathetic. Not because of them, because Anderson and Gallows. Not because of them, because of how WWE's been treating them. But yeah, and especially AJ Styles, what's left for AJ Styles to do? In my opinion, I think the OC should go to NXT and remain on NXT for the rest of their careers, unless they want to for them to go to Raw or SmackDown again. Basically rotating to the draft, and that's nothing. The NXT should count as a draft because NXT is not part of of the main shows. After the whole plugin for NXT being part of Survivor Series, where it pertains to Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT, why wouldn't they be added into next year's WWE draft when they do it? So, but that's just a thought there. But yeah, but back to this though. So yeah, so it's also like saying, so this is NXT. The crowds were loving it. Um, Basically they said they attacked the NXT, they attacked NXT stars because they attacked Raw and SmackDown, for to cause a war. And now they're here to cause a war, and they do it too sweet and to go. Basically, the too sweet and everything. They was going to go leave. Also, and Tommaso Ciampa, he comes out and he says to the OC, "Welcome to the main show." And that's NXT. Which let's face it, NXT is the main show. After now being part of USA Network and seeing how they do their shows, the way their shows been formatted and everything, their shows are far way more better than Raw and SmackDown, without a doubt. So nice that Tommaso Ciampa said to the OC, "Welcome to the main roster," which is NXT. Basically, it was a back and forth, and then this led to Keith Lee and Matt Riddle coming out, and then also this led to a match for later on, the OC versus Ciampa, Keith, and Riddle, and we'll get to that later. Next we get to a match, the first match of the night, Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest, the rematch. So, and this is being a very good match. And we almost got the same outcome from the last match where Damian Priest cheated to win, but this time Pete Dunne returned the favor, and then Pete Dunne gets him in the arms trapped in the arm with the armbar and snapping the fingers and everything, making Damian Priest tapping out. So now they're 1-1 piece. Which I don't know how I feel about that, because Damian Priest, he's supposed to be up and coming. He's supposed to be someone that should be pushed to the moon, and with his character too, being just something that's something that really fits him. And then he gets to a point where he loses. Now he was protected in the loss though, but still, I still would not have him lose. That's just me. But then after the match, Pete Dunne gets attacked by Killian Dane, and Killian Dane's being up on Pete Dunne. Damian Priest wanted to join in. He joined in for a little bit, only for Damian Priest to take out Damian Priest, and then he finished the job with Pete Dunne in the ring. He finished the job with Damian Priest because Damian Priest attacked him from the sideline, and then Damian Priest got taken out by Damian Priest. Damian Priest got taken out by Killian Dane on the outside, I meant to say, excuse me. And that was it. So it's going to lead to something, and we'll get to more of that when I do more catching up of what pertains to doing these NXT reviews. What pertains to the War Games, the Women's War Games, team captain Shayna Baszler has picked Bianca Belair and Io Shirai, while the team captain of Rhea Ripley, Captain Rhea Ripley picks Tegan Nox and Candice LeRae. And then also we see the Kai warming up for a match. Kathy Kelly is with her, asking her about what pertains to her facing Shayna Baszler. She says she's not intimidated by Shayna Baszler. She's going to prove that why she deserves to be in Team Rhea Ripley. What pertains to War Games, and we'll get to that match momentarily. Then we get to the next match. Tainara versus Santana Garrett. So Santana Garrett finally is on NXT. She's, of what I heard, she's finally signed with WWE, and she's finally getting a match on NXT, and she's facing against of all people, Tainara. Um, and the match I thought was good, and I thought Tainara looked good in this match. Unfortunately for Santana Garrett, I don't know what was going on with Santana Garrett in this match, but she did not look at her best in this match, and rightfully so. Of saying that, Tainara gets the win. I try to remember how she finished. She goes on and kicks the face. Okay, so some kind of kick in the face that she did to Santana Garrett. That Tainara finally got, she finally won a match on NXT, and good for her. Because I'm starting liking Tegan Knox as what pertains to her in-ring performance, because she's improving. She's showing me something, and she, despite with her doing this, and sometimes fooling around and everything, but she takes it seriously, and she proves it. She proves it every time she steps in that ring. It's unfortunate she's going to be ruined when she gets in the main roster whenever that happens. But then again, she could fit into the sports entertainment thing, because she always loved to goof around and everything. So, especially for the things I've seen of a video I remember seeing her that she was in. It was ridiculous, but anyways, but that's what she likes. That's what she loves. That's what she grew up loving in WWE back in the days, sports entertainment. But yeah, with Tegan Knox, not Tegan Knox, Tanara got the win, and I was okay with that. It was good she got a win. So we get a video package of the premier athlete, Tony Nese, because he's going to be competing on NXT, and that's going to be something that to look forward to with Tony Nese, because since NXT Cruiserweight Championship title is part of NXT now, the WWE Cruiserweight title is now part of NXT, which is now being called the NXT Cruiserweight title, because we're going to be seeing more Tony Nese on the show here. So we see Shayna Baszler warming up for her match, as she's with Jessica Menduke and Maria Shafir, and then we get to a quick video promo of Angel Garza about what he's all about, and what he's all about. Everything about his background, what pertains to him in the wrestling business, what pertains to the Garza legacy, in that wrestling family legacy. Yeah, and he's someone to look at. He's got a bright future. Unfortunately, Impact Wrestling never saw that in him, even though they could try with him. I mean, at one point they were doing something with him, but then all of a sudden they got away from that, because I think he may have got hurt, something like that. And after that, they feel like they need not do anything with him anymore, or whatever that is, whatever. But it's a shame. But Angel Garza, WWE's going to capitalize on that. Hopefully they don't ruin him once he gets to the main roster. That's all. Because I feel, and there's another thing. Humberto Carrillo, his cousin, made it to the main roster before Angel Garza made it to the main roster. And he's young. And Humberto Carrillo is younger than Angel Garza. So, but anyways. Alright, Shayna Baszler versus Dakota Kai. I'm assuming Shayna Baszler has been covered by the two of the Force Women of Jessica Menduke and Rhea Shafir. But I could be wrong. I could swear they were, but basically the match itself, it was good. Shayna Baszler ends up winning, and then you get you get Duke and Shafir coming into with Baszler to beat up on Dakota Kai. Rhea Ripley comes out, and all of a sudden she gets not just Rhea Ripley, but also Tegan Knox and Candice Ray. Also, Bianca Belair and Io Shirai comes out. They started beating up on Ripley and and her friends and everything. All of a sudden, Mia Yim comes out with a candlestick and starts wailing on Jessica Menduke, Maria Shafir, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler, and basically they retreated. And then we go with Kathy Kelly backstage. She's interviewing Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. She asks about tonight's war game about the match against the OC and the routines of war games. So Ciampa says one thing at a time, and the Undisputed Era will will be taken care of at War Games, but for now they're gonna take care of the OC. They're basically they're gonna kick him. They're gonna kick him out of the door of NXT. So next we get to Tony Nese versus Angel Garza. Match itself was good, damn good match. I love the how the match book too and all, where Tony Nese got Angel Garza by his shorts. I mean his pants, you know that his tearaway pants. You know, because he's going for a sun flip and everything, and a sun flip powerbomb from the turnbuckle, and he ended up getting his pants on. Like what the? So I enjoy this match. This match was very entertaining. In the end, Tony Nese ends up losing against Angel Garza. So Angel Garza gets a title shot for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, and also we get Leo Rush coming out again, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion on stage. You know, he stands his hand for a handshake. Because Garza looks like he's going to shake his hand. Also, he slaps him and he walks away. And Leo Rush has got a smile on his face. And that was it. And we'll get to more of those two when I do more of this, catching up of NXT reviews. We get Kathy Kelly backstage with Rhea Ripley, Mia Yim, Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, and Candice LeRae. And Rhea Ripley basically announced that Mia Yim will be the fourth member of Team Ripley. And then Ripley basically looks at Dakota Kai and says, "I'm sorry, but you just couldn't cut it." And Dakota Kai's like, "It's okay." And then she walks out like all sad and just, I like, oh my god. And I seen myself too. This some people say it's going to be a heel turn, of what I'm hearing. I don't think it's going to be a heel turn, but if it is, I'll come up here and say I was wrong. It was a heel turn, but to me, in my opinion, I don't think it's a heel turn. Because why would they have Dakota Kai turn heel and then she'll end up being drawn up with Shayna Baszler at one point after what Shayna Baszler and the rest of the four horsewomen did to her, bullying her and all that, and making her life a living hell on NXT. I don't know. And I thought that was silly at the time too, but that whole thing where Dakota Kai is being bullied by Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai is afraid of her. Like what is this, high school or junior high school, wherever where you want to put there. Anyways, but that was it though. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Dominik Dijakovic. This was a damn good match, and Dominik Dijakovic ends up winning the match with the Feast Your Eyes. So yeah, these guys went back and forth. WWE is heavily behind Swerve Scott, just like they're also behind Dijakovic. So those they see something in these two, and I know what they're about. Isaiah Swerve Scott, whom you see in Lucha Underground, known as Killshot. So I know what he's all about, and he was another name too in the Indies as well. And then you got Dominik Dijakovic, from Ring of Honor. Oh, I know what I already know what he's all about and everything. So, but who cares at the end of the day? Because they're in WWE, and they, once they get the main roster, they'll get screwed over. That's just the nature of the business, I guess. And that's why fans will always turn away, and always unsubscribe to the WWE Network, and some will not come back ever again, like me. Anyways, we get a video package of the Forgotten Sons, Steve Cutler, Wesley Blake, and Jason Riker. Who cares? Because they're savages. They want to be forgotten no more. But at the end of the day, they lost. Like about a few weeks ago. As this recording, it was about a few weeks ago. But anyways, why should I care? Why they're supposed to be a dominant faction and everything, next to Undisputed Era, but they never seems to catch a break. I mean, yeah, they have some good matches, but other than that, what is there to look forward to of the Forgotten Sons? Because again, they lost the last match. Why would you do that to them? It makes no sense. One moment, folks. So yeah, sorry about that. I had to do something. And let me get to the main event. We got the OC AJ Styles, who is the United States champion, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who are the best in the world, winning the Best in the World Cup from Saudi Arabia, versus Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee. And the match itself was pretty good. Unfortunately, there was no conclusion at the end of the match because when AJ Styles was pounced by Keith Lee, he bumped right into the referee, and then all of a sudden we got Finn Balor coming out to take out Matt Riddle, to basically to distract Ciampa. We get AJ Styles, going after Ciampa, and then he does the two sweet, and then Finn Balor does the whole gunpoint, Bullet Club, and AJ Styles trying to go for a Styles Clash. All of a sudden, Adam Cole, baby, super kicks AJ Styles, super kicks last shot meant to say to Tommaso Ciampa, and all of a sudden we get a stare down between Balor and Cole, and the show off in the air. That's it. That was it for the show, and the show was pretty damn good. Now, what does this mean? What between Adam Cole and Finn Balor? I don't know. They're really telling the story here of whose side is Finn Balor on. What's his end game? What's his deal? I don't know. Who knows what's going on with, in the mind of Finn Balor, But it's intriguing though, and I cannot wait to see what they do with this. Talking about wrestling for WWE NXT, show from November 6, 2019. 6 matches, and my overall scoring for the show, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Another damn good show at NXT, which is no surprise. Just despite little viewers watching the show, but it doesn't matter to me. But because again, ratings don't matter to me. All that matters to me is how good the shows are, and NXT is once again every freaking time putting out good shows after good shows after good shows. To a degree, they also put out some great shows. And with that being said, thank you all for watching for Is Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your WWE NXT review, the show from November 6, 2019. Until next time of this WWE NXT review, I'm out, and you all take care.